Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, on just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, on just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey there, Veteran Nation fans. I am talking to you today because I have teamed up with a company that's dedicated to supporting veterans. What they do is they help you gather all the medical evidence that you're going to need to submit a VA disability claim. Now, it's all that is designed to help you get the benefits that you have earned. Right now, more than 17 million veterans don't have their full benefits. And if that sounds something familiar, either for yourself or a family member, now is the time to act. With this company, what they offer is free consultations with the medical team so they can figure out how they can best help you. And what they provide is board-certified doctors with experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical documentation for both physical and mental conditions, and the services that they provide include nexus letters, telehealth evaluations, DBQs, TDIU, aid and attendance, and so much more. What you're going to do is you're going to click the link that's in the description of this video and sign up for a free consultation. Make sure you do me a favor, share this, and also tag a veteran. Let's help more people get every single thing that they have earned. Hey there, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're having just a very, very good morning. Things are going well here. It's a Saturday, so I took my time waking up. The best part of waking up is not Folgers in my cup. But that's okay. That's okay. Some good stuff happening today. As you guys saw, I showed you guys a little bit before. We now have we're back using sponsorship again. I did it many years ago. I made some money off it. It was okay. It was okay. Did everything I kind of needed it to. But we definitely have sponsorship now. And, it is what it is. I Yeah, not I know some people would not be happy with it, but it's something that I think is gonna help people, so that's why I was okay with going with it. Um, so, for those veterans who do need, help with their claim, there's, these companies out there that will help you, and this is definitely one of those. I know I've talked to several of you guys about, what your next thing is. Um with your claim. I don't know if they're all here right now. Yeah, pause. Why is this I'm trying to pause a video. There we go. Uh, I'm as I'm talking to you guys, I'm getting everything set up, and yeah, sometimes these browsers, they just get a mind of their own. I hate the autoplay feature. Absolutely hate it. Um, and my car does that too. Like, I get in my car as soon as it connects to Bluetooth, it just starts auto playing stuff. I'm like, who wants that? Like, there's no one other than the companies because 'cause they're gonna try to get, money off it. Which, by the way, we do have just a reminder, uh we do have the commercials going. We get $10 in super chats, or if you buy any, $10 or you buy one of the products, I pause it all. That's just the deal. But, yeah, I do want to pull up a couple other things. There we go. Uh, it was pretty cool seeing the Artemis 2 take off. It's gonna go around the moon. That'll be pretty cool. Hey, Amanda, good morning. Which I did there you go. I didn't welcome everyone. We've got Amanda here. Good morning. We've got Sons of Voss here. We've got Cinders here. We've got Nemesis who's here. I see we got Trin here. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you guys here. What is this? Okay. Um, but yeah, Artemis 2, that's a pretty cool thing. Um, killing probably the worst thing that Obama did, I think, was killing NASA. He really did. He gutted NASA. And it was just so that they didn't have to they wanted to spend a bunch of money, and they knew people would hate it if they raised taxes, so they raided NASA. But now NASA's back, fully funded, and we're getting missions again, which good, good. Um, I actually like that we now have private companies built, for the most part, building the rockets. I think that's a great thing. Um, yeah, I thought I wanted to see new space shuttles built, so I wasn't unhappy with the old ones being kind of sent. Um, sent to various museums and stuff. There's what Columbia, I think, is the one. No, wait, not Discovery is the one here in California that you can go see. I've been there. I've seen it. Pretty cool to see it. Um, but yeah, I wanted to see them replaced, and they didn't replace them. But now they're working with private partnerships, and that's a good thing. Okay. I did see where someone wanted to do this. This would be so funny. Uh, yeah, everyone dress up as apes for when they return. I'm just sending you a text. There we go. Sending text. So yeah, that was pretty cool about Artemis. Um, when I was in Florida and we went to Cape Canaveral, I did buy a couple little Artemis merch, which is cool. It's history. Oh, now I gotta send a link. Sorry, guys. Um, I was talking to someone about the Mob Museum. We went to the Mob Museum. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the Mob Museum. That's my second time been there. It was my son's first. A lot of really cool things there. And it's in the old federal building where, many federal cases were held. In fact, some of the in the 50s, some of the hearings, the Senate hearings that they held on the whole thing of the mafia, they were held in that building. So there's history even in that building, and that's a really cool way that they have that set up. Hey, Greg, good to see you here this morning. Always good to have you. Um, I'm just looking at the stories here this morning. I do have prepared content, which, by the way, good morning to all my haters. Good morning to you. Oh, they were talking about me yesterday, and just with nonsense. I need a better class of haters. Yes, everyone, please smash the like button. If you can share this out, share it out. And if you're not subscribed, why not? Why not? Subscribe. Enjoy the show. I have been having new people new subscribers reach out to me saying they enjoy the show. Thank you for those of you who have. Um, it's always nice to get that. I like getting feedback, good or bad. I do pay attention. I definitely do pay attention.
Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself.
Vanessa Trump is dating Tiger Woods. I didn't know that. So I'm just looking through the news here. So I got sent this at the last show. I think it was Heroes Chris who sent it to me. What is this one? Where is it? I think this was due to the dude with the mullet, or not the mullet, but like the Lord Farquaad. Let's see what this is.
Thanks for buying this mucky adult Cinderella video. Hope you enjoy it. But I tell you something, this nearly never got made. People said to me, Jim, why do you want to make a mucky panto? I said, well, it's never been done before. I want to make one. They said, you can't. I said, there's no need to call me that. I happen to think there's a lot of kid left in all of us. Don't you agree? Just to recap, dear old Cinderella is trying to be shagged by Buttons, the Baron, Dandini, 2 of the band, 3 of the chorus, and 1 of those ponies pulling the coaches on, randy little animal. Well, enjoy yourself, put your feet up, and try and spot the bit where Charlie Drake nearly remembers his lines. See you, kids.
This is Cinderella. Australian version. Like probably wrong.
Hello,
Greg,
children! My
you
name's
said
Button, say hello.
why did you send this? What was the reason? And is there a timestamp that we need to check? Hey, good morning, Jessica. I see you're in here. What was the reason on this? Because I'm trying to think. I mean, I'll watch it.
Buttons!
I don't know if we're gonna watch all.
Right, tonight you've all got to pretend you're children. Can you do that, boys and girls? Yes. Can you do that at home? Yes. Right, and I'll tell you this. Can you pretend you're musicians?
Can you pretend you're children? What is this, a P. Diddy party? I've got jokes, folks. Oh, it's dirty humor? Okay. Is there any specific timestamp you think I should check out? None? Okay. No worries. No worries. I'll check it out more in full. Maybe there'll be some stuff that I can use here. Uh Especially if there's anything from here that I can use on the soundboard. That's always fun. I do have this video I want to show. So I think this was in Florida. So Brian Luttrell from the Backstreet Boys, he bought a beach home. And he's one of these people who thinks because you bought a beach home, that means you bought the beach. No, no. Every state protects people to have access to the beach. There's not one state that I've ever seen that allows you all the way into the water. There's always some type of setback. Okay, I'll take it. I'll definitely watch it. Hey, Rick. Good morning. Good morning. Let me switch the view here. But yeah, so he's one of these people who thinks he owns the beach, and I believe this is in Florida. In Florida, no, you do not own the beach. You would have to like you have to specifically do things to have a private beach. And yeah, a lot of even these resorts have gotten burned, trying to keep people off of the beach in front of their resort. No, you don't own the beach. But yeah, so this was part of a complaint that he made, which is why I want to talk about it. So Brian Luttrell took this video and then tried to charge this guy with crime. So let's watch it.
This confrontation led Brian Luttrell to seek battery charges against Kyle Gallagher. In the video, Luttrell approaches the Walton County man sitting on the shoreline and starts recording him and his belongings.
Dude, sorry, here. You cannot be putting my face, bro.
Dude, you touch me, dog. Touch me, dog.
No, I'm my face, bro.
I'm not in your
I'm on the
face,
wet
man.
sand right now, bro.
I'm not in your face. You can't grab my phone, dog.
Dude, I didn't know. Something came in my face out of nowhere. But
This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with.
This is
People
what I
like
broke.
this.
Seriously.
People just like this.
You came and shoved your phone in my face, bro. You're
No,
lucky I didn't knock
just
you
right
out.
over top of
Yes,
you.
you did. You reached
Yeah.
around me from behind my back, dude. I got you on video. Bro, you're never gonna. You bought a house next to
I
private
didn't
property.
touch you. You touched me, dog.
You bought. No, I didn't touch you. You put your phone face.
You hit my phone.
No, I got it right
You
here,
want to
bro.
be gay?
I got it right here.
You want to be a That's what you want to be.
Backstreet
You're
Boy.
the one that
Backstreet Boy. Water hit the No, dude. No,
Hey,
not
this
dry. This is wet.
this is what I deal with.
Get the gun down here.
This
I've
is
done it
what I
before.
deal with the
I've done
beach.
this before,
So
bro.
we'll have him take it
You've
off.
done it because you don't have
okay?
enough money to buy property. You
Appreciate
bought
it.
next to a public
See?
property. Look,
See?
the public access.
Public
He bought,
access
yes, the
doesn't
public
grant
access.
you public-
No,
public
dude,
beach.
we all been here for 20 years. You've been here
Yeah.
3. You're done for.
Yeah.
You're done for, bro.
Huh.
You're done for.
I
You're not
can't
gonna
wait
get
till this
privacy.
gets
You'll
out.
never get privacy
I
here.
can't wait till this gets out.
But the video Luttrell submitted as evidence and the body camera footage from responding deputies appear to tell two different stories.
I didn't say anything to him about this far away. So he swipes at me, hits my phone out of my hand. I'm like, that's what I call 911. I'm like, guys, I don't want any altercations. I don't want any beef. I just want to enjoy the beach.
You wanting to press charges or? Okay.
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay, so he's pressing charges. I'll tell you right now. I'll give you a spoiler. They're not going forward with charges because it's in Walton County. I think that is in Florida. But yeah, he's trying to press charges. He's trying to run people off the beach. He bought a home and he doesn't like that the public comes to the beach. Sorry, dude. You should have bought in a private area. And I can't think of one place where they do have a private beach. You could probably like petition the state to try to get one. Will they grant it? Doubtful. Definitely doubtful on a single person. With a group, you might be able to, but even then, I would say it's not likely. You'd have to find some reason. Even with the federal government, they can't keep people off the beach. They can only keep people off the beach I've seen for like certain things like, oh, there's this is the time for turtle nesting. Why waste some time? I don't know what you mean, HBN. But Yeah, so he bought this place and he doesn't like the public in front of his house. Sorry, dude. That the the public has a right of way to the beach. And then he snuck up behind this guy and then had like he had here I'm gonna mute it. Like, yeah, he gets pretty close to like that's pretty close. So yeah, the guy just swats it away, which is a natural reaction. Okay. It's a natural reaction to that. So look how close this is. And he look how much like that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Um, and then he tried to charge this guy with battery. You can't you can't charge people with battery. Oh, Jessica, you're trying to make me blush, aren't you? She's sending me text messages while she watches, trying to throw me off my game. That's funny though. I do laugh about that. But yeah, like you can't get within someone's space. That is actually and some people they'll say that in some areas it's true. It meets the definition of assault. Uh, but I'll tell you, getting in within someone's face always gives them the right to defend themselves. If 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 you're within their personal space, they have the right to consider you a threat. They do. So, um, yeah, you should absolutely not do that. It's funny because I'm helping someone with a potential case, and I sent them to a lawyer. Now they're sending me messages about it. Interesting, interesting stuff. But yeah, like, dude, you're if you wanted privacy, you then buy in a private place somewhere where the public doesn't have interest in going. But yeah, all these people, oh, I want to live on the beach. Okay, well, guess what? Then that's public. At least there are some places where I can believe they'll say you have all the way you have access up to the shoreline. Generally, the shoreline means where the water ends at high tide. Um, which most of the day then gives the public 20 feet of access, right? People with PTSD, you get all up in them. Yeah, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. You can't and you see people who a lot of First Amendment auditors, they claim that well, they stuck their phone in my face. Them having their phone out, them having their phone out and just doing this normally, not in their face. Doing this, like where they're extending or where they're getting in someone's face, where they're like right up there with the phone. That would not constitute um that would constitute a threat. So whether it constitutes assault or stuff like that all depends upon the state. But yeah, the sheriff has recommended to the prosecutor, yeah, we're not gonna recommend going forward with these charges. They did respond, and good on that sheriff. Good on that sheriff. Sorry, that was gonna bother me. But yeah, good on that sheriff for saying, yeah, we're not, we want no part of this. It mismatch mess. It all depends in Jacksonville, where the grass ends. Yeah, once it becomes sand, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Um, I've heard some places are like, hey, no, you have 20-foot setback, and if your home is closer, then it's a halfway point. I've heard that. I believe Ohio is a 10 or 15-foot setback. And I've got experience with this because I've been a fisherman, and yeah, a lot of times fishing along the shore, I had people. They were like, "Hey, this is my property," and I was like, "Sorry, I can fish along the shore. If you want to call the cops, you can call the cops, but I'm not doing anything wrong." And really, the cops are normally pretty good. They're like, well, what are they doing outside of fishing? If they're just fishing, you stop harassing them because then you are breaking the law. Because then it's not just harassment; it's harassment with like more stuff onto it. Um, there's a reason why this show is called Skipper Coffee with the Skipper. Which I've got my NASA mug. I did buy a new mug in Vegas too. Okay, here's one thing I'll tell you guys about Skipper. Skipper collects Las Vegas stuff. Lots of Las Vegas stuff. So if you ever find anything cool, Las Vegas. Actually, since I'm done with this story, here I will. I'll go get you and show you guys some of the stuff that I got from this last trip to Vegas. I'll be right back.
The other day I walked out on the street. I happened to see.
Hey there, Veteran Nation fans. I am talking to you today because I have teamed up with a company that's dedicated to supporting veterans. What they do is they help you gather all the medical evidence that you're going to need to submit a VA disability claim. Now, it's all that is designed to help you get the benefits that you have earned. Right now, more than 17 million veterans don't have their full benefits. And if that sounds something familiar either for yourself or a family member, now is the time to act. With this company, what they offer is free consultations with the medical team so they can figure out how they can best help you. And what they provide is board-certified doctors with experience.
That's what I heard him say.
I hit the wrong one. That's okay. That is okay. So yeah, years ago, when I got a place that I was like, okay, this place is worth decorating. Everybody out here, hey Connor, good to see you. Another Marine. Yeah, it has been a long time. I'm still here in 2.9 though, bro. Still here in 2.9. Hey, it's me. Do they still have transgender bathroom? They do, but you need to take a it. They do, but it's place by place. Harassment with intent to fill because they're full of shit. But when I moved back up here to 2.9, I got a big enough place that I was like, okay, I should start decorating. Everybody out here in the desert, they do the same things. They decorate the exact same way. You get a lot of those who do the Native American stuff. You get a lot of those who do like the Joshua trees and cacti. You get a lot of those who do they do coyotes. And I didn't want to decorate like everyone else. I wanted a room a little bit different. So I kind of had a small collection from my first trip to Vegas. I went with my grandma and she grabbed a couple of things that were like, hey, here's some mementos from our trip. And my mom was like, I was like, yeah, I want to decorate. I want a desert theme, but I can't think of what theme. And she was like, you should do Vegas. So these are the things that I went and I got this time. So this one's really cool as the first one. These are matchbooks. But they're matchbooks from the old hotels. In here I've got the Stardust, I got the Riviera. I stayed at the Riviera. The Aladdin, which is now Planet Hollywood, the Colorado Belle out of Laughlin, the Hacienda Hotel. That was the one that Casino, the movie Casino was based off of, and the Sands, and what else is in here? So yeah, a lot of the classic ones. And I bought this at the Mob Museum. And they had other ones, but I looked through them. But because this one had the Riviera and what was it? And the Aladdin. I've stayed at both of those. So that's why I got this one. This is the type of shit. Oh, I'm doing great, Connor. I am doing great. So this is the type of shit that Skipper steals. Um, so we stayed at the Luxor because we went to see Carrot Top, and Carrot Top is at the Luxor. So I stole the little do not disturb. I always take those. Because they update these frequently. I kept these. So here we have a Luxor property map. So I kept that. I kept one of my room keys. And I kept the this is the little thing that they give you your room key in. So these change, okay? These change, but these represent like a time frame. They represent a time frame. So that's why I keep these. And then also they give you the little magazine so I keep these because anything that dates it, and I'll also keep the bag, the MGM Resorts bag, because they change these things frequently. So that's why I kept all these. And believe it or not, when you look at these things, like there are people who sell these things because I've looked at them, and they're pricey. You need to trash the floors with the girls' flyers to give them. I kind of take those too. So I save all these little things whenever I go to Vegas. I also I didn't this time, but I normally get a $1, a $5, or a $10 chip from the casinos. And the Tropicana's closed now. And a couple of years ago, I'd gone to the Tropicana, and I got a bunch of their chips. So I've got those now. So people are like, when I find out that there's a casino closing, I go up and I get souvenirs from 'em. But I also try to get souvenirs while I'm up there. And I think I might go back up there next weekend. Yeah, I might head back up there. I will say there are places in Vegas starting to do deals again. Downtown, there's one place we did $10, get a big slice of pizza and a soft drink, and that was a good deal. There's also a place downtown offering for $3, you get a can of PBR and a hot dog. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd be like, yeah, here's $10, give me 3. Only thing is they only take cash. That's why I didn't do it. We did look at it. But yeah, so I'm always taking these things that are like, if it's got like the name of the casino, I'll take it. So if you guys have any of this stuff, or if you have any Las Vegas things that you're like, I'm gonna throw this away, send it to me. Absolutely send it to me. I will take that stuff. But yeah, so that's I collect. I've got a whole Rubbermaid. I don't have my collection out right now, but I do have a pretty nice little collection. This is not my forever home. Like I said, I bought this house to live in for a few years, and then I'm gonna buy another place, and this one will be rented out. So that's what I'm planning on doing right now. So that's why I didn't decorate. The other thing is there is a place up there that you can get the used furniture from the hotels. So when I get a forever home, I'll be up there buying furniture. That'll be my thing. So yeah, just a fun thing that I do. I thought you guys would enjoy that. All right, got another video here. Why is this switching to the different view? Oh, one. No, thank you, kitty. Those are not for you. Not for you. Don't look at me like I'm an ass. Not everything here is yours. So I was just showing a lot of the stuff that I got in Vegas. I did get a new mug, but it's in the wash or the dishwasher right now. I got a mug at the Mob Museum. I like supporting museums. especially that one. It's great. I'll tell you, my son, he's a teenager. He enjoyed it a lot. He really enjoyed it. Um, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool thing. All right, let's see. Let's see what this is.
Please tell me if I'm in the wrong here, right? Because I went on a date with this girl, and apparently what I did at the end of the date was enough to
I have not seen the end of this. I just saw the first thing, so I was like, okay, let's watch this.
ruin the entire night for her and have her never talk to me again, right? But it seemed like a fucking overreaction, okay? A few weeks ago, I took this girl out to dinner, right? It was our first date, and I booked us a reservation at a really nice place. I just had some success in my work. I had made a little bit of money. I wanted to go to a nice dinner, and I thought I might as well bring this beautiful girl with me, right? So I booked the reservation, and I'm not even thinking about the price of the bill. I don't really care. But I fucking should have. Because this girl took full advantage of me. Pick her up, I drive us to the restaurant, I valet my car, I'm feeling good, the conversation is flowing, she's looking amazing, everything is fantastic, right? But when we sat down to order our food, that's when everything fucking changed, right? Because we sit down initially, I get us a bottle of wine, a pretty nice bottle. We're drinking, we're talking, and we're discussing what we're gonna order.
He's got his folded clothes behind him. The only thing I'd say is like it looks like he's got them in the cubbies. I'd be like, dude, get something for that, or just put them in a dresser
for dinner, right? And I'm thinking the bolognese, $35 entree, maybe we'll get the arancini as an appetizer. And she's like, I'll probably do the same. The pasta sounds good, right? But she was lying to my fucking face, right? Because 5 minutes later, when the waiter comes up to take our order, I'm blown away at what she decides to get. I put my order in the arancini and the bolognese, right? I'm looking at her, what are you gonna get, right? She looks at the menu, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna do the surf and turf, right? The steak and the lobster. And why don't we do the caviar specialty on the side? It's only an additional $85, right? She orders this, looks at the waiter, she goes, thank you so much. The waiter's trying to take
red flag on her already. Like there are some women they're just trying to use men to get like a really nice meal that they would never buy themselves. So already a red flag right there. I'm not saying that's what she's trying to do, but it's giving me those vibes.
my menu. Hold on, I need that for a second. Actually, I look at the menu. She just ordered a $220 entree at this dinner. That was more than the entire bill of I got and the bottle of wine combined. But that wasn't even the worst part of the dinner, right? Because I pushed to the back of my mind. I had just made money. I got myself into this by booking us a reservation at this really nice restaurant, okay? But when the food comes and we start eating, okay, and she takes 3 bites of her surf and turf and has a little scoop of caviar and then tells me that she's full, and the whole entire dish is sitting in front of her untouched, essentially.
Yeah, major red flag. Major red flag.
I'm a little bit upset. We could have split this at the very least, right? Why did you do a fucking curveball at the very last moment and order the most expensive thing on the menu to not even eat it, right? But I'm thinking in the back of my mind, it's all good. If she doesn't finish this, I'm gonna throw this shit in a leftover box and have it for dinner the next night or when I get home. Like, it's
That is this is a dude way of thinking. Like, and I don't blame him, but this is how dudes think.
not that bad. I still have all this grub. But that's not where her head was at, right? Because I finished my food entirely, right? And the waiter comes up to clear the plates, and he starts to grab her. She's like, oh, you all done? You all done? She's like, yeah, all finished, right? He's grabbing everything. The full surf and turf, the caviar. They're about to go grub this shit in the kitchen after he takes it, right? And so I'm like, oh, hold on. I think we can take this to go. I'll get some leftover boxes. We can just take it to go. I'm like, I don't mind taking it. It's all good. She looks up at me, this girl I'm on a date with, like I just killed somebody. Like I legitimately just murdered someone at the table next to us. She goes, you're gonna take these to go? You wanna eat leftovers? She's like holding back throw up as she says it. Yeah, you just ordered a $220 entree. I'm gonna take
Right? She's acting like she's super classy. And I'll tell you, the way she's acting, okay? And I know because I was in a relationship like this. It's not classy. It's what they think is classy. What's funny is like, I was in a relationship with someone who thought they deserved a country club lifestyle, which that's fine if you know the country club lifestyle and you like the country club. Me, not for me. I am not into any of that. But there are people who are. Um, but yeah, she had never experienced the country club lifestyle. For her, it was just status. And let me just say, having a whole bunch of people in my business, I don't care about. I don't want that status. I do not want that status at all because that's what it is. Um, Now, if you're getting older and you are moving into a community like that because you want you know your friends are dying off and you want to find a community, by all means. That's what places like the Villages and um, Sun City, places like that. That's what they're all about. And hey, that I get. That I totally get. But no, she just wanted the country club lifestyle, and I had taken her to the Beverly Hills Country Club. I was in a position where, um, I could get in there, and I'd taken her in there, and, she loved the Real Housewives, Beverly Hills, and Orange County, and all that, so she was, like, totally nerding out, and, that was something I was like, "I wanna do this for you." Um, so that was a nice day date type of thing, but the thing is that's what she wanted and in a life, and I am not about that life at all. um but it sounds like this is the type of woman. And the thing that's funny is, like, I grew up in a middle class family. My dad had a good job. My mom was, for the most part, a stay-at-home mom. She did have jobs here and there as we were growing up. It was like, "Oh, money's tightening up," or "We want money for this." She'd take a job for a while and then, maybe like a year and then leave it. But for the most part was a stay-at-home mom. And so, we had stuff. I do know she grew up poor. Like did not have the type of life that we did. In fact, there was kind of in a hoarder house type of thing. And yeah, but to think that that was expected. Um like this is I was like, you just have seen things and you're imagining this life. And women tend to do that. They want the Instagram life. But you got to realize that the Instagram life is fake. It is so fake. Have known billionaires. I have literally sat, had meals with, and talked with billionaires. It's funny because the millionaires are the people who, like, they need the nice car. They need to be in a in a country club. The billionaire was like, "Oh, I hate country clubs. I hate country." He was like, "Yeah, I bought a house on an island only so that, and I've got to take a boat to get to my car." To go anywhere. And he goes, "It adds 20 minutes on the commute, but I just didn't want neighbors anymore." He's like, "So I just did that." And like, you want to talk about the most down to earth guy, just didn't care. He was more about talking about, I did pick his brain on some business things, and I was like, I was in the military, and I did this, which was very similar. So we talked about that, and he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to do this, this, and this because the money made sense." And so we talked about that a bit. But he was always interested in my military stuff. But what he loved talking about was he wanted to be a race car driver, and he was like, "Yeah, I've got my own team." Um, and I would always ask him about, you know, racing his car, and then he would just, talk about it and talk about it. So yeah, that's one thing I found out. And like, you want to talk about a guy who would, like, show up to stuff in sweats, like a billionaire. He's like t-shirt and sweats, and that's one thing I find funny because, like, with her, she was like, "You're gonna wear that when we go out." I'm like, "We're going to the mall." Like, I don't have to dress up. I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of guy. Look, I'm wearing a hoodie, t-shirt, and shorts, camouflage shorts. This is my comfy clothes, and um, oh, I got stuff connecting there to my. So yeah, this is the way I am. Like if I go out, I might, you know, put on a clean shirt and maybe throw on some jeans. It's starting today. It's gonna be cool, but it's starting to get too warm for jeans. So I'll put on. I've got nice shorts. I don't like wearing basketball shorts out. I wear these to bed. I'm to bed. I'll wear old t-shirt and I've got my night clothes, old t-shirt and basketball shorts. There we go. If I'm cold, I'll wear a hoodie to bed. So most days that you guys see me, I'm wearing what I slept in. So, um, but yeah, I'm not a flashy guy. I'll never be that guy. I understand my red flags. I do, and I try to keep them tempered.
What do you mean I'm gonna eat leftovers? She's like, I would never eat leftovers.
Eating leftovers is it's perfectly okay and it's smart. It is smart. Like if you're paying to go out to eat and you can afford to go out to eat, like yeah, I save leftovers all the time. Um in my house, in my family's house, if you have leftovers, the next day they're gone. Someone's going to eat them. Either my brother or my nieces and nephews. I got my son now. He like eating leftovers is just economically smart. And the people who won't eat them, they're just being pretentious.
Food is not good the next day. Like that's insane. If you're gonna take that, I'm gonna take myself home.
I'll say this, outside of the US, if you ever travel outside of the US and you take leftovers home, you're not eating them the next day. They're going to go bad. You can eat them late at night. Now, when I lived in the Middle East and I would go out, sometimes I would take leftovers. I'd take a box, bring it home because I knew in the middle of the night I'd been drinking. I was like, yeah, middle of the night, I'm going to eat a snack, and that's going to be my snack. Um, but the next day, that would be totally bad, totally bad. So there's a lot of preservatives in our food. That's one that and the other thing you find when you go overseas, it dulls the flavor. All the preservatives dull the flavor. First couple days that I was there, I was like just whoa, my taste buds are not ready for all the flavor. Um, so yeah,
If I take the leftovers from the $220 entree that you ordered on my bill and you did not touch, you're gonna leave? Please, I don't wanna fucking drive you home. So I get the fucking leftovers. I'm like, all right, good, nice to meet you. Have a good night. I will see you never. And that's exactly what fucking happened. Because she refused to get in my car. I offered to drive her home, nothing. She called the Uber and went home, and that was the last I heard from her. I took her to a nice dinner. She ordered the most expensive thing on the menu. And what didn't get me a second date was because I took the food home for leftovers?
dude, you dodged a bullet, brother. You dodged a bullet. Don't complain. like yeah, you did very well, my friend. Uh, there's a reason rich people are rich. Oh yeah, yeah. And you know what's funny is even with those millionaires, uh, I just oh hold on, this went wrong. I just like a week ago, I've got a friend who I enjoy hanging out with, lives down in the Palm Springs area. Um, we enjoy a lot of the same things, and but we're not close in age. I'll say that. Like there's a 20-year age gap, and I'm a bit of an old soul, so it kind of works out. But there are things that like I was asked if I would go see Rick Springfield tonight, and I agreed. I'm watching a friend's kids, and I've got my little man here. Um, I had agreed to that, so I said I can't make it. I really wish I could because I would. I love going to live events. Comedy more so than any type of bands. But I'll go see a band. I will. And Rick Springfield, I absolutely would go see Rick Springfield. I wouldn't pay a lot to go see him, but I would go see him. Uh, and yeah, so I got that offered to me, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm babysitting, I can't go. But I will say this: my friend is wealthy, and didn't tell me, like, I could figure that out, but didn't tell me that um, the first several times that we had hung out and everything, and like I met this person when I was out one night I was out drinking with my business partner, and uh, we just kind of all were drinking and just kind of like just became friendly. And I've introduced her to other friends of mine. And because when I'm down in Palm Springs, I run in veteran circles. I've got several veteran friends down there. So I was like, "Hey, I'm going down there. Come out to the American Legion. We'll hang out. You can meet some of my friends down there." And like, hung out with her, couple of my friends, couple of her friends, at the American Legion. The American Legion there, like the average age of people there is like 70. So I'm the kid of the group, which is fine. I enjoy it. Like they'll play old music and I'm out on the dance floor dancing, acting like a dipshit. But yeah, genuinely just like someone like we'll talk about the Beverly Hillbillies and our favorite episodes. Because I don't watch the new shows really. I watch the old shows. I'll go to sleep at night watching Cheers. Cheers, or I do. I've been on a Brady Bunch kick here lately. I've been watching a lot of the Brady Bunch. The early episodes, definitely not the cousin Oliver years. Um, and I'll tell you the one thing I can't find much of. Did you guys know that the Brady Bunch, after the show was canceled, they did the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, and Robert Reed, who died of AIDS, Mr. Brady, said that was his favorite time on the show because yeah, they're doing all these show tunes and dances. It's like, oh yeah, dude, you were fucking, uh, you were fruitier than a friggin' parfait. And that's also where Fake Jan came in. There's Fake Jan and Fake Cindy. Fake Jan was on the Variety Hour because the real Jan went to college. Fake Cindy was when they did the Brady Bunch reunions. What's her name that played Cindy she had a medical thing. I don't think she could come back. But so like we bond over stuff like that. Um and I say that because my friend is wealthy and I don't care. Like it was kind of weird a little bit when she was like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm like I've got money." I was like, "I don't give a shit. I don't what do I care about your money? I'm not trying to use you." And like there's been like things that we've gone to where I'm like, no, I bought the tickets because I while I wasn't expecting her to go, I was actually expecting to take a date, um, and you know things worked out to where you know the date wouldn't go out with me or backed out for whatever reason. It's happened a couple times, so she's always kind of like my back. I'm like, hey, I got tickets to this. You want to go? And I do enjoy spending time with her. And she's like, "Well, I'll pay for the." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't need money for the. I was already going. I just want someone to go with me and to hang out with." And then she's also into UFOs, so she's done some of the UFO stuff, and I want to start going to those things with her because I've got a small crowd that's really into UFOs up here. So trying to like organize that stuff because I'll go and make content. But that's the thing. There are some, and that's one thing. She's kind of cheap, which I laugh because she'll like, no, 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 don't use your credit card. She'll pull out like she's got bags of money. It makes me laugh, and I'm like, it's okay. I'll use my credit card. No, 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 and like pulling out and like counting all the ones and everything. I'm like, whatever. And that's one thing. Like a lot of rich people are rich because they're cheap. And I don't think that's why she's rich, but I think that's why she stayed rich. And I don't like the term rich. I like the term wealthy. And I think I'm getting to the point, with the things that I do. And that's the other thing. Like, I enjoy like, she's not the only wealthy person I hang out with. There's others down there. I just don't hang out with them as much for just other reasons. Um, but I want to be secure in my finances and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out with people who, um, have that type of, um, what's the term? Have that type of lifestyle, and I want to learn from them. Um, and I've picked her brain about my businesses before. Like, hey, what do you think about that? Here's what I'm doing. Just tell me what you think about. I'm not trying to get you to invest or anything. You tell me if I were to pitch this to someone as an investor, what do you think? And been very honest with me, and I appreciate that level of honesty. Um, so yeah, that's one thing I laugh about, like people who aren't rich who think this is how rich people act, and it's like, okay. I've worked at a country club. I've had friends who, belong to a country club, um, friends who live on a country club, and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not my life. It's fine if it's yours, but not mine. This one I did watch the whole thing, and this is an issue I do want to talk about.
So I'm at Newark and I just had the most bizarre experience on a plane. I've never dealt with some people like this. So I walk up to my seat, we're boarding the plane and I walk up to my seat and there's someone in the seat. So I politely go, hi, sorry, I think that seat is mine. And the lady goes, yeah, that one. Points to the aisle seat. I double check my boarding pass and a note, it says 7F. No, I'm pretty sure it's a window. And she goes, well, do you really need it? I was like, yeah, sorry, I paid for it, so yeah, I bought the window. And then she looks at me and scoffs. She goes, gets up to change seats. So I'm flustered because I wasn't expecting someone to be like that. If she had not asked nicely, I might have even considered it. Did you need it? Yeah, I paid for it. What do you mean? Anyway, I go to sit on my seat, and under my seat there's a different bag. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Do you mind moving your bag? And she goes, no, this is where the bag goes. No, I'm not moving it. The flight attendant said it was okay. And I was like,
All right. I understand that there's this whole thing of people, you have to pick your seat, and normally you have to pay for it, and some people don't want to pay for it. I get it. But no, someone did pay for that seat. So yeah, you should move. I prefer the aisle. I used to not to, but now that I travel with Glory, I definitely prefer the aisle. But then to be like, oh no, I'm not moving my bag. Like, like you're just being specifically a pain in the ass. That's all you're doing right now. You're just you have main character syndrome. And I believe this story. I believe this girl.
but it's my seat. She goes, the bag's staying. The gall? Why should I hold your bag?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Not this one. That face. The fact that this is her reaction. This girl is adorable. I'm sorry. This is funny. This reaction. I'm gonna have to come back later and screenshot this. This might be my new reaction. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, hello, stalkers. Stalkers are watching us right now. They're gonna go after the sponsor. They're gonna go after the sponsor. She's saying, "Oh, I wonder if they know about the hateful." Guess what? Wednesday, send your emails because that's harassment. And yeah, when I get them, you keep saying that you're gonna prosecute me for harassment. Well, here I sit. Here I sit. You can prosecute me if you want, but I'll just tell you, you start harassing this show, and that's exactly what that is. Oh, I will 100%. I will 100% get you for harassing. I've already laid the groundwork, lady. Um, I've noticed he waits until the end of the stream, like assuming whoever important has stopped watching. He's he has been holding his tongue, which he really should continue to do. I won't hold my tongue. I haven't been holding my tongue. It's just you guys haven't been posting anything interesting. And I'll tell you why I've been waiting to the Wednesday. I'll tell you why I've been waiting to the end of the show to talk about my haters. Because you guys are stupid, and I know you're watching, and I know that if you know I'm gonna talk about you, you're gonna watch. You're gonna watch the whole thing, and you know what that does? That increases my click through rate. And when you have a high click through rate, that tells YouTube, hey, this is a good stream. Promote this. I am I am using you. You are here watching and you're giving me views and I'm using you to get more views. That's why I do it. I'm making money off you. Money, 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 money. So that is why I haven't been talking about you guys right off the bat. I am smarter than you. I am smarter than you. Here's the other thing. I don't have to uh I don't have to give you guys emotions. You can tell people who go live right away when something happens and have to talk about it, it's because it's emotionally affecting them and they have to get it off their chest. You guys know some of the people who are guilty of this within our circles and people who used to be in my circles. You know, well, I'll just say it straight up. That's how Coop was. Coop would watch people that he had issues with, like Spawn and Squid or Daniel, and then just like immediately run to us, like to me and Georgie. And we were like, okay, well, for me, I was like, hey, if they're talking about me, get me a recording of it. Get me a recording of it. If he wants to show the DMs, he can show the DMs, but that's what you'd see for me. Like, yeah, get me the recording of it. But would I go in and look at, these people's groups and what they were saying? Yeah, but I did it at my time. It was like, okay, I don't want this to emotionally affect me, so I'll come back later. Hey, Bindi, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I would leave and then come back. Um, and that way, like I would expend the emotions of it before I would, talk about it. So yeah, that's why I do it. Like I will I don't always wait until the end. Sometimes I'll do it in the middle, but you're definitely not going to get it right off the start. Definitely not. Why? Because you guys are going to watch. And I'm going to make you watch and you're going to improve my click through rate. So I'm once again using my haters who are my biggest fans because they're the ones always giving me the views. I will wait. And I've got other stuff. They're watching live and I have proof that they're watching live. So that's why I'm talking about it now. Every time they're watching live, yeah, I'll talk about it. Um but yeah, they're upset I've got a sponsor. Oh no. I thought my show was dying. Huh? I thought my show was dying. No one wanted to work with me. Well, I got a sponsor now. Oh, I'm sure they're gonna try to get in touch with them too. Hey, the link is in the thing. And guess what? Every time you click that link, I make money.
I like money.
Oh, you're sending me to Discord? Oh. I don't keep Discord up. Hold on here. I do like that. I do like that. But I might use this. I might use this woman's face for stuff because that's just a perfect reaction. Oh, just a perfect reaction.
The gall? Like, why should I hold your bag under my seat?
Maybe I need the gall.
The gall? Like, why should I hold your bag under my seat? Huh? And so then I like have to walk up the aisle to like speak to the flight attendant. And I'm like, I like walk up to her and I'm like, hi, I'm super sorry. I don't want to be a bother at all. But when I arrived, someone was in my seat and I, politely got them to move. But now like their bag is under my seat. Do you mind just helping me out? I'm sorry, I don't want to cause any issues. And she immediately, the flight attendant was so lovely, like fantastic, acted right on, and came with me, and she was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're gonna have to move your bag. And the lady was like, why? The other flight attendant said it was fine. And she goes, yeah, because she probably thought that was your seat, but it's not, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to have you move your bag. And then the lady goes, well, can you put it up then? And much respect to the flight attendant, because she went, no, we don't do that. You're gonna have to put it up yourself. I was like, yes, girl, make yourself be respected, because that lady is not nice. And she moved it, and that was the end of that. But like, the gall? The sheer audacity?
Sorry. There we go. Sorry, just texting. But yeah, like I'm glad she went to the flight attendant. And these flight attendants get tired of this entitlement. I guarantee you. You could never pay me enough to be a flight attendant. I I don't even understand why people still want to do that job. I guess I've got friends who are flight attendants. Um, I mean, international, I'd probably enjoy it because I like travel. But yeah, some of these people, no. Um, yep. Thank you all for watching. They're all watching right now. I find it funny. Um, yeah, but that woman's story, like, that's been happening. That has been happening. And some of these people are just ridiculous. It's like, why, I don't know, like the level of entitlement, like, oh, that's where I keep my bag. What the hell's the matter with you people? I just don't get these people. That's just I want to be the main character. I never like I'll be the main character when time calls for it, like doing this show. This show I have to be entertaining. So I have to be the main character. I prefer not to. I prefer when I've got people like TC and Kahanu on here with me, and then I can not be the main character. I can do producing things and play with my
Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away.
play with my soundboard. You know, I actually prefer that. Oh, Bestie's here. See, so Georgie has the link and knows she does not have to ask. She can jump on, and just let me know, hey, I'm coming on. And that way I've got someone to talk to. It's much easier to do these shows with someone to talk to. I've done these shows without someone to talk to, and it stinks some days. But there is when it's appropriate to be the main character. But a lot of these people are just the main character every day. And it's like, you're just exhausting. And it makes people not want to be anything around you. Lurking mode on. Yeah, welcome. Oh, heroes. If you didn't see it earlier, yeah, Wednesday is watching. She's watching and she's upset that I have a sponsor. So, do you think they're going to take a playbook out of the Lees and start contacting that sponsor? I think the chances are yes. But every time they click the link, um, they will be making me money. That's what they don't realize. Again, that was part of the deal of this of this sponsorship. So I I just find it funny. I just woke up. I just woke up. I'm trying to do my work. Let me take a look. Where are they lurking from? Let's see. Hold on, let me. She's watching on Rumble. That's where she's watching. Here, I'll put this up. So yeah, that's Wednesday there. But you see the green thing right there. So she's watching me on Rumble. Which guess what? I am monetized on Rumble. We see you. We see you. Dobby needs a sock. Oh, she is batshit crazy. Why any of these losers want to have anything to do with her? She's going to get them all in trouble. She is going to get them all in trouble. That's funny. Yeah, we see you watching. You're making me money though. And she's on Rumble too. You guys realize they pay out more than YouTube. When you get paid on Rumble, yeah, and you get paid more per views on Rumble because Rumble's trying to take all the people from YouTube. So she's actually making me more money than if she were watching on YouTube. Too funny. But yet they're going to tell me your views are down and they're only looking at the YouTube views. It's like, oh, no, you guys don't see what I see. Because through Restream, I see where everybody's watching. The only thing I don't see is on X, but I do see those later. Now you guys are all over on Rumble. Look at that. Look at that. Too funny. You guys are awesome. You're like, I'm over here now. I can't do Andrew Dice impression. I'm over here now. My son has never seen Goodfellas, but we being at the Mom Museum, he like there's several scenes shown, because based on true story, so they're shown quite a few times in the Mom Museum, and I think now he wants to watch that show. So the enemy of my enemy type stuff, it's very good for counter intel things, but it doesn't always it doesn't always work out that way because the enemy of your enemy has no, like, it can work in your favor but can also work against you. No, I didn't. I don't watch The View. So hold on, let me take a look. I'm sure I can find it on X. Let's take a look. I'm looking here. I'm gonna type in Schwartz. I did have a fun thing the other day. I tweeted to Arnold Schwarzenegger that I was like, "Hey, I feel like we could be bros. So when I use your name, I use the hard R." It's a lame joke, I know. So I have not seen this. So we will be reacting live to it. Let's see what he said.
You are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was impressed by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Yeah. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is...
This is true. In most countries, even European countries, you are not going to be accepted as if you were just a part of that country. You might be accepted but they're going to very clearly make it clear that you're a foreigner and you're not a part of the culture. That is true.
Because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world and this is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really a great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of a history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal, and those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest, and you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do, rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities.
Look at that ring.
That America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
Arnold, don't forget.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. We are so inviting here. Like so inviting. We're perfectly fine with other people from other cultures coming here. But, when you do that, just just don't try to just don't tell us how we live is wrong. You know, we're perfectly okay with people bringing their own culture here. Um, but yeah, don't tell us we need to. Don't come here and tell us we need to change, especially when you fled. You know, wherever you were at. You know, because clearly it wasn't better than here. If it was, you'd still be there. My coffee's gone. Wow, all these people over on Rumble right now. 7 people watching. Only a couple are talking. But yeah, we got stalkers over there. Yeah, did I see Whoopi's? Oh yeah, her and Joy not happy. But again, who gives a shit about like a couple of rich, entertaining women who just want to talk down to people. Just want to talk down to people. Like, why do you think you know more than other people? I've known people from other countries who want to come here, and I've been like, yeah, come here. We want you here. But come here and bring something. Bring something of value. You know, that's the down, and we've already seen, illegal immigrants, they don't get social programs. Bullshit. We've seen it. And they're complaining about it. They're complaining that they've been taken off of SNAP benefits. They're complaining that they've been, and the thing is, it's not just people from Latin countries. You're seeing people like that dude from, was he from Ireland or England? That was just here and he was just being a piece of shit. Like, yeah, no. You know, the woman that comes here from Mexico that sells tamales out of her car at the local grocery store, I have no problem with her being here. I want her to get citizenship or get legal status. No problem at all. Stay here, enjoy your life. But if you're not doing anything, and you're just like, well, I'm just gonna use social programs. No, that's right. Right? Yeah, the haters definitely hate. They hate, but they're here and we're making money off them. Welcome to the chaos, right?
I do not watch his videos because they are not fun. They're not funny.
Oh, they definitely watch. They definitely watch. All those old women who hate my show, they watch.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I do have a criticism for all you guys who are watching on Rumble. Why have you not given this a like? You're all over there. Give me some likes over there. I see, let's see. There's 1 like. Come on, we got to pump those numbers up. We need more numbers. Right? And here's the thing, Chris. Here, I'll highlight Chris's comment. Like I never had a major issue with Chris. Never did. Coop had an issue with Chris. All because of Mama Coop. But yeah, that's why, just because Coop had an issue never meant that I had an issue. In fact, I don't think I ever talked about anything with Chris. I don't, if you notice, I don't pick up other people's battles. Now, if people start attacking, people that I care about, then I'll be like, oh yeah, no. But just because 2 people have beef doesn't mean I'm jumping in the middle of it. But there are people out there who do expect you to jump in the middle of it. That's never been my way. I will jump in when I feel I need to jump into stuff. And there are people who hate me because I won't jump in the middle of other people's beefs. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, I'm looking for something here. Well, I'll fix it later. Oh, she just posted something new. Hold on, let's take a look. Let's see what it is. Uh, well, duh. It says right there, Rumble, not like I made it a secret, you fool. No, no, no. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and thank you for making me money. You think I'm the fool? You're the one making me money. No, Mike even wanted me to leave me out. I had no problem with what was said on your stream and in your chat. Yeah, but uh, I will let people say stuff. Just so you guys know, again, this show has to be entertaining. Sometimes the drama is entertaining, and that's why I allow it, because people will tune in for the drama. Look, there's people tuning in right now. There's people tuning in right now. And the fact that that's another thing. As this stream has gone on and now there's more and more people watching, that also tells YouTube that, hey, this is a good stream. Share it out. So there you go. I'm just looking to see where we're at on. Okay, so we have almost the exact same audience watching on YouTube that I've got watching on X, and thank you all of you for being here. But I understand a lot of you on X can't give, you know, any of the comments, and that's okay. Oh, they won't talk because they know we're gonna make fun of them, and they know they're gonna make themselves look dumb. Uh, oh, I'll share this. So, okay, she claims, yeah, when the shit talking started, I have more interesting things to do than listen to him. Oh, no, no, she's still listening. She's still listening. We know you're still here. We're just making you look foolish. Oh, Rumble will let you a lot more stuff. That's why there are times where I don't stream on YouTube. I'll stream just on Rumble. So because Rumble lets you get away with a little bit more things. That's why if you notice, Megan has had her streams taken down, but yet they remain up on Rumble. I've kind of gotten used to watching Megan on Rumble. I enjoy doing it there. It's she might not highlight your comments as much because I know she sees them. I believe she's still using StreamYard, which I believe does show you the Rumble's comments. I haven't used StreamYard for a couple years, really. But yeah, I do know she sees them. Oh yeah, they make themselves look. I've got no problem laughing at their comments here. Like she's giving me how many times have I shown her screenshots from today? That's content. She's giving me things to talk about. She's watching. We're making money. The eyes are always watching from the shadows. Yeah. I do know, like, when you guys do super chats and stuff on YouTube, they take 30%. They take 30% off the top. I don't think Rumble takes as much. I'm not 100% on that. So yeah. Stalk the stalker. Oh yeah. Oh, and their group is public. No, no, no. Your group is not public. It's not public because to make it shows up publicly, but it's not public. I can't just go in. I can't just make comments. I did laugh about that. Allison was, "Ooh, our group is public." No, it's not. It's not. But see, you guys, with all your comments and everything, now you're bumping up all the people watching on Rumble, and I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I've told people who are just starting out in podcasting, do not start on YouTube. Start on Rumble, because Rumble will monetize you right away. They'll monetize you right away, and if start a YouTube, but take your Rumble streams and then put them on YouTube after the fact. Oh, they definitely do. They're still his false flag reporting. Well, guess what? If Facebook takes it down, it wasn't a false flag. Not a false flag. It was legitimate. That's what they don't get. But yeah, they yeah, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. And that's why it's easy to manipulate them and get their stuff taken down on Facebook. They're not researching what's against terms of service. Me and Native had this discussion the other day. He was mad about something that was not taken down, and I was like, well, they're telling you why it wasn't taken down. It wasn't taken down because of this. And yeah, so that's why you got to research and learn what can you do. Like, if you can't cuss, or you can cuss a little bit on Facebook, but that doesn't mean it's going to be taken down. If something's bullying, it will be taken down. Rumble said 100 followers and something like 50 videos for me. It's actually less than that. They will monetize you with less. Wednesday swears you made a false. Hold on, let me put this up. Wednesday swears you made a false police call, but obviously hasn't learned nothing from the Hales cases. It's not up to her to determine it was false. Well, I'll tell you, the prosecutor doesn't think it was false because she said she was going to have me prosecuted. Here I said, you can prosecute me if you really feel that. But I'll tell you that you're wrong. It's just like that Backstreet Boy that we watched earlier in the show. He was saying that he was battered. Well, he got into the guy's personal space and the guy reacted. That will never be prosecuted. And that's what that's what the sheriff has said. He has said that we don't think this is a prosecutable offense. A wellness check is not a false call. Correct. That is very correct. And a wellness check is not swatting because they're not coming in guns a-blazing. Had I said she's shooting things up and they send people guns drawn, that would be swatting. It's not. What I did was not. So yeah, what I did was perfectly fine and legal. Sarah Fields, I do want to talk about Sarah Fields. She's been getting some stuff going again. My local PD is definitely taking her stalking and cyber harassment seriously. Yep, they are. I was talking with my lawyer this weekend. She's talking about retiring and starting to do YouTube stuff, but because she was a family law attorney, she was talking about doing it from here's what you should expect from a divorce and custody and stuff, and here's how you should act. And she gives people who call her free consultations on that and says, you need to do these. And she'll do that way before she ever charges them. That's why I liked her and why I went with her. The first time I went with her, she was like, okay, tell me about your case. And I started telling her, hey, Larry and Saucy, welcome. I told her about my case. I told her about the lawyer that I had just fired. And she was like, yeah, here's why your lawyer didn't do anything. Him and his mom, they have a legal office, and she goes, they will only do something if they think they're going to make money off it. She goes, if not, they're just gonna like screw you over and just let whatever happen happen. And I was like, yeah, and that's why I saw that. That's why I fired him. And she was like, yeah. She goes, what do you want? And I told her what I wanted, and she was like, okay. She goes, I can deal with that. And and I talked about this recently, but I'll talk about it again because some of you might not have been here. My lawyer, she told me the one day, she goes, you know, when us lawyers, when we are sitting up in the well, and the well is like the area of the courtroom where they're not behind a desk, it's like the open area. Well, they'll sit not at the desk, but they sit inside the well. She goes, when we're in there, she goes, we're just talking shit about each other's clients. She goes, that's what we do. We're just talking about how each one, they react. And she goes, her attorney used to talk so much about you, like, oh, he's got PTSD. He has anger management issues and all this stuff. And she's like, well, I've sat with him and I've talked to him about things. She goes, and I've had clients like that. I don't see that from him. She goes, I just don't see it. I know you and your client are saying that. She goes, but I don't see it from him. And then after, she goes, he was doing that for a while, but she goes, he was kind of backing off of it on some of the things that were happening. And she goes, but after the fight where her boyfriend attacked you and you responded, she goes, after that, he stopped. She goes, because that showed so much of your character right there. And that's the other thing, Wednesday. I know you're watching. You keep saying I posted that video. That video is nowhere on my channel. Good luck finding it. Please show me where it's anywhere on my channel. I did not publish it. And the people who did, with the exception of one, the people had it from the day after that fight. Oh, I believe that. I believe that. 100%. But she said, yeah, after that fight, her attorney stopped saying that you have anger management. And she goes, you know why? She goes, because he hit you, you turn around, you hit him, you guys went to the ground, but when you were pulled off, you were the one at that point who backed off and said, I'm calling the cops. She goes, his client tried to come after you, and her boyfriend, after he got up, tried to come back after you. She goes, that to me is not someone with anger management issues. She's like, that's someone who takes necessary action. And she goes, did what you needed to do. And beyond that, we're like, okay, I'm not escalating this. And she said, you've done all of this for all the right reasons. And so I told her, I said, if she does want to do a YouTube or a show or something like that, I said, I'll help you set it up. I said, I would like to have a discussion with you on some of these things about military divorce. And we might do that. She seems open to it. It's fully open to you if you want to. Fully open to you. You TC was the one. I cannot thank TC enough, because he wanted to show it and he wanted to talk about it. And I said, look, there's a temporary restraining order, which, by the way, never got adjudicated. A temporary restraining order, it was just put just for safety reasons, but they refused to take it to trial. That tells you, if you're saying that I'm so dangerous and I did all these things, but you're not taking it to trial, it's because you can't, you don't have enough to win. And they were the ones who asked me. They said, we'll drop everything if you drop everything. And okay, I'm fine with that. I was not trying to go into a protracted legal battle. I was not at all. And because it's expensive, it's stupid. The only people who really make out are the lawyers. They're the only people. which we did have court the other day, another continuance, which not a problem for me. We finally are getting somewhere with that, which I laugh. Because now I can talk about we're at the end of the divorce and everything and the settlements of the property and all that, and it's like, oh, you guys want to hear some crazy shit. I've told you guys some stories. I after this is done, I am gonna talk so much. Like I'm already writing a book, actually technically two of them, about all this. Wednesday got the video from Reddit. I never posted it anywhere because I knew if I did, it would be used against me. I couldn't do it while the temporary restraining, and I asked other people who had it. I said, just don't do it while the restraining order is in place. But when it became clear that the restraining order was getting thrown, I was like, okay, now you can post it. And TC asked me for other background information. He was like, I believe this happened. I was like, yeah. And he said, do you have proof of it? I was like, yep, here you go. And I gave him proof of other things that we had previously talked about. And that's why his coverage of it was very thorough. Rosalind Duke also published it, but she wanted to focus more on the video itself, which I was perfectly fine with. I think covering military divorce is a good idea. It's one of the things nobody talks about. Same with added stresses of relationship, dating, and marriage. Yeah, military divorce is a little bit unique because there are things that the military does to protect itself that it really puts the military members at such a disadvantage. That was a main reason my ex had told me she was filing for divorce from me. So that was a big reason I got out. It wasn't the final reason, but it was a big, big thing in that decision because I knew she was going to try to use the military to keep me from our child. And she still tried. She still tried. Dude, I got harassed so bad. So bad. And I'll show you guys that. I'm just waiting for things to kind of finish up. Like, it was fine. You don't want to be married to me. Okay, you don't want to be a good co-parent with me. That's fine. But they harassed me without a question. It's still going on today. Still going on. Angry Cop talked about it? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Angry Cop is a pretty big YouTuber. Pretty big YouTuber. But you know, that's the thing. You just got to know my ex. Everything about her is about it's very narcissistic. Like who she is isn't what she wants the world. She wants the world to see that she's like, you know, this she's not an Instagram person, but she definitely wants people to think that she's a certain way. And she was trying to, when we were together, wanted to show me as a certain person. And I was like, I'm not that guy, and I'm not going to be that guy. And I'm not going to hide the person I am. But with her current boyfriend, she tries to show that, oh, we are this type of thing. And that video destroyed that. It destroyed it. It like their reputations were destroyed. Because it showed who they truly are. It showed that, you know, she had told people I was violent. She had told people that I had anger management issues, which not the case. That is not how my PTSD manifests itself. It's not in violence. It literally is the opposite. And you know, you see that in the video. They touch me way before I ever touch any of them. And when I touch them, I just match. She pushes me. At one point I kind of push her, but not like how she was pushing me. So I match her energy. He then hits me from behind. I then turn swinging. So I'm constantly matching. There. Oh, so yeah. And here's one thing I will tell people. So I was a victim of spousal abuse in the military. I can prove it. And then I had family advocacy. As I was the victim and I had a victim advocate assigned to me, they broke my privacy. Yeah. Yes. And it was not they when things get done, I'll read the temporary restraining order, what they said about that, because it's all a lie. And the video shows it's a lie. They did not know that I had a video when they asked for the temporary restraining order. So that's what screwed them over. And now her attorney does not trust her. And that's been very clear the last 2 years. Because every time she makes a new claim, her attorney comes to us and says, "Well, she said this happened." And I'll be like, "Yep, that's not what happened at all. Here's what actually happened." And he'll be like, can you show that? Do you have any proof of this? And I'll be like, "Yep, here's my proof." Da, 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 and I'll show what actually happened. And yeah, that ends it. So pretty much this is and that's one thing if I can that's one thing I can tell people. When you have an attorney, and you see this with Jeremy, when you have an attorney, you have to trust your attorney. And the attorney has to trust you. So the one thing you don't want to do is to lie to your attorney. You never want to lie to your attorney. Tell them you do realize you have legal privilege. If you killed someone, you can tell your attorney, guess what? Nothing bad can ever happen to you. It can never be used against you. It's attorney-client privilege is one of the strongest privileges you can have in this country. But yet people lie to their attorneys every day. My ex lied to her attorney several times. I told my attorney, I was like, "Look, here's everything. Here's what's bad about me. Here's where I've fucked up." Right? Right? And that's okay. And here's the thing, like, I've got no problem with people talking shit to my face. None whatsoever. It's when these people try to go hide, talk shit and hide. Right? Absolutely. And that's the thing. That is to your benefit. Absolutely to your benefit. Because then when she and her attorney can show that attorney that he's been lied to, whenever he wants to do something, then the attorney's not, no, I'm going to be like, I'm going to get in trouble for this. That is stupid. That's why John and Lynette lying to their attorneys has been a problem. You tell, like, I know, now I know a lot of you are not Catholic, but you can also tell a lot of things to your priest, especially when you think it's like in confession, because this is the time where I can confess everything, and it can't be used against you. And those priests who have learned about things in confession and then went and told the cops, fuck those guys, fuck those guys, because that's a violation. If someone's coming to you for spiritual help, um, they should have the full faith of that privilege, and attorneys know that very well. And so, yeah, I told my attorney everything, and that's one thing when we were talking the other day. She was like, you were very clear about everything, specifically what you wanted to get out of this. And she goes, "Do you feel that you've gotten it?" I said, "Oh, and then some." And she's like, "I think so too." She goes, "I wish I had more clients like you." She goes, "Clients who listen to me." She goes, "And you'd be in jail right now." And she's 100% correct. She's the one that told me to get the dash cam. She said, "You would be in jail right now if you had not listened to me." She goes, "I wish I had clients like you that listened and look and took my advice." And I said, "Yeah, I'm smart enough to know I know how the law kind of works. Like I'm not an idiot, but I also recognize there are things I don't know. And I would have been I would have been in jail. But because I had a video to prove that no, what they said was completely and totally false, I'm in a good spot. And yeah, I ended up being in a great spot. And you know, with my kid, that was always he was always like when she asked me what's a win for you, and I said that my relationship with my son comes out of this incredibly strong. Um, my son knows that uh, prior to that, I was dealing with parental alienation. Prior to that, where and I can understand if there are substance abuse issues or child abuse issues or spousal abuse issues, that's the times where you can keep a child from a parent. Totally get it. It's for safety. But if there's like if there's substance abuse issues, you can't expose the children to that. So I totally get that. But there was none of that with me, and my child was kept from me. But um, it happened where there, my child was there to witness what the problem was. I had already talked to him about my ex's boyfriend because I could tell that she was trying to make it violent, and I told him I don't want any part of this guy. He doesn't like me. I don't like him. That's fine. I'm just going to stay away from him. And um, my ex was the one trying to put us in the vicinity of each other because she was trying to create a uh, conflict. So, the fact that I had a discussion with my son about that, and I was like, I'm going to keep away from, and then it did turn into a conflict. And I was not the instigator of that conflict. And then they used that conflict to keep me away from him. All they did was hurt him. They did not hurt me. They did not hurt me. They played right into my hands completely and totally. Because then I was, I, you can talk to my son right now and ask him, would your dad ever keep you from your mom? And he would tell you, absolutely not. And he knows that. I would never, ever. And I've told him, you don't want to come over here? That's fine. I want you to go where you want, even if it hurts me. Even if it hurts me. If it hurts my feelings. I want you to be able to make adult choices because I am teaching you how to be a man. And you're going to eventually have to make these choices. But if you ask him, would your mom keep you away from your dad? The answer is absolutely yes. She hurt her relationship with him, not me. I did not take that action. That was her. I'm sad that she made that choice, but I can't I can't control other people. I can only control how I react to them. How many times have I told you guys that? There's a reason why I have that belief. Uh, there's actually red hair. Here, I'm gonna put up your comment. There's actually red hair. Now, if you ask my ex, and this is the narcissistic side, she'd say, "Oh, my grandma had red hair," which is true. Her grandmother did have red hair. However, my grandmother had red hair. My mom had red hair. It's gone gray, well, white. Which people are like, "Oh, your mom's a blonde." No, it's actually red hair that's turned, so it looks blonde. My brother has red hair. So yeah, on both sides there is red hair. Um, but he's about to turn 16. So he's, you know, old enough to understand things. Um, but yeah, but the narcissist, she would never give credit to my side of the family for anything. I can say this. I can say she's a very good mom. A very good mom. Has she made mistakes? Yes. Did she make a major mistake? Yes, I believe so. But I don't think that really, I don't think that, well, I wouldn't call her a great mom. I'd say she's a good mom. I think she takes very good care of him, and but there are things I wish she would change. I wish she would go for help and therapy about issues with me. I am not her enemy. I'm not. I would never describe her as her enemy. I would never. I think her boyfriend. I think he considers himself my enemy. I want nothing to do with the guy. I don't want enemies. Never have, never will. There are people who would consider themselves my enemy. I'm that's as close it would get, would be him. Um, which is funny because I know his ex-wife. I'm very, very friendly with his ex-wife. And he was a serial cheater. And so I feel very bad for her. Um, and yes, my ex was one of the women that he cheated with. So, you know, I think um, him and her have significant issues. What? I am not talking about what? Oh yeah, yeah. That I would never. Well, I would. I don't think I would knowingly date someone who's actively cheating. The- There was a woman I went on some dates with where I found out she was married, and yeah, that's why it changed the way I date up here. Oh, I can tell you this. She absolutely wants him to be alpha. She tried to get me to fight and said that oh, he's referring to me on the hair down. I had very blonde hair as a kid and it turned brown. A light brown, but brown. But yeah, she so much of her personality is tied to who he is and what he does, which is very sad. Like for me, I will own my stuff. Like I'll tell you what I'm good at, I'll tell you what I'm bad at. And that's okay. Not everybody's great at everything. Um, perfectly fine. But yeah, there's it's I would never want a partner whose identity is based upon me. I guess I could say. Like they should have their own identity. I'm going to have my own identity. That's why I find myself attracted to women who are ambitious, who want their own identity. I don't want a woman who's like ultra feminist because I think that's toxic feminism or toxic femininity. But a woman who's ambitious and wants to do that, absolutely. That's why Georgie. That's why I'm so close with you. You have ambitions. Oh, absolutely. In fact, most of the men who are violent are not alpha. They're very beta, and they're acting that way because they're trying to project alpha. Um, I'm sure we'll see. They'll be showing us images of the other side of the moon. Hey, wise angel, welcome, welcome. And that's why, see, that's the thing. I'm comfortable with all my stuff. So when the haters are saying things about me, I find it hilarious. It's just funny. Talk away. I'm just going to use you guys for views. Like, I, I don't get upset at people over their bullshit. Interesting. I love the hey gang. I love doing that. Hey gang. Or I love when I make a post, I'm like, isn't that right, gang? Yeah, and you know what? It is scary sometimes. It gets very scary. And I had to get over that. Like a lot of the things I wanted to do, my ex would put me down for or would try to talk me out of. And the thing is, I was proven right on a lot of the things. Like I was like, "Oh, this is a good business. We could do this. We could do this, and this would set the stage up for this." No, no, no. I don't want to do that. That's too much of a risk. She was very very risk adverse, but is attracted to success and tries to grab other people's success for her own. Um, Sorry, I heard something. But yeah, try to grab success as her own, and I would never do that. Like I'll give away my success for other people before I try to take some. Like even when I got awards from the military, where I was like, "Hey," I would tell my Marines, "This is not my award. This was actually your award. I'm just the senior guy. That's why I get the credit. But don't think that I think I did something miraculous. I got this award because of you." Right? Absolutely. And I think you're doing things very smart, Georgie. Which, oh, there's another thing that we're looking at doing um, about coffee. And it'll be another thing that just pisses off the haters that they'll um, never be able to stop. Thank you guys, especially those of you who've given me the thumbs up on Rumble. I appreciate that. I'm seeing it. You guys are awesome. Gremlin Coffee Company. Yeah, we need to create logos for that. Uh, Interesting. I'm gonna send this to my mom. Something just popped up in my feed. Hmm. Interesting. Right? Right? The coffee that we'll be dealing with is Vietnamese coffee because the guy who I have a relationship with, he is part Vietnamese and he's got family in Vietnam and he's already started importing the coffee. So, yeah. We just have to set some things up. I talked to him yesterday. He's very happy. I've got people down for who want to do something with him. So, yeah. I do have to start finishing this up because yeah, I there's a couple things I've got happening today that I got to take care of. Yeah, Wise Angel, just shoot if it's me, you know how to get in touch with me. Yeah, I gotta set up like some type of conference call or something. So we'll work on that. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get going. I got to get on with my day. And yeah, if you know of any veterans who are doing VA claims, at the end of the music will be my new commercial for the sponsor of the show. Send them because it's definitely something that can help veterans. So, all right, guys, thank you so much, and I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for being here, and as always, thank you for being worth serving.
as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey there, Veteran Nation fans. I am talking to you today because I have teamed up with a company that's dedicated to supporting veterans. What they do is they help you gather all the medical evidence that you're going to need to submit a VA disability claim. Now, it's all that is designed to help you get the benefits that you have earned. Right now, more than 17 million veterans don't have their full benefits. And if that sounds something familiar either for yourself or a family member, now is the time to act. With this company, what they offer is free consultations with the medical team so they can figure out how they can best help you. And what they provide is board-certified doctors with experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical documentation for both physical and mental conditions, and the services that they provide include nexus letters, telehealth evaluations, DBQs, TDIU, aid in attendance, and so much more. What you're going to do is you're going to click the link that's in the description of this video and sign up for a free consultation. Make sure you do me a favor, share this, and also tag a veteran. Let's help more people get every single thing that they have earned.